The rumors have been flying fast and heavy since NBA YoungBoy's unexpected release, with wild allegations swirling that he snitched to secure his freedom, and not just on anyone, but on his longtime rival Lil Durk. But now, YoungBoy has finally broken his silence, and what he had to say was both explosive and brutally clear. He despises Durk with every fiber of his being, but he would never, under any circumstances, rat on him or anyone else. And according to YoungBoy himself, whatever is coming next won't involve snitching. It'll be something far more personal. The story of NBA YoungBoy's release is already one of the most controversial moments in hip-hop this year. When news first broke that YoungBoy had been released, fans were split between celebrating his freedom and questioning how it all came about so quickly. It didn't take long before whispers started creeping into conversation, painting an ugly picture that YoungBoy had given up information, that he had cooperated, and worst of all, that he had snitched specifically on Lil Durk. The allegations caught fire instantly, fueled by the long-standing beef between the two rappers, their tragic history, and a relentless thirst for drama in the rap community. It was the perfect storm, and YoungBoy knew he had to address it head-on. YoungBoy didn't just issue a sterile press statement or let his lawyers talk for him. No! He took to his own platform, face-to-face with his fans, to set the record straight in the most raw and emotional way possible. His message was sharp, unfiltered, and left no room for doubt. "I hate Durk," YoungBoy said, his voice trembling with a mixture of rage and pain. "I hate everything he stand for, but I ain't never snitched on nobody, and I damn sure ain't start with him." The venom in his tone was unmistakable. You could feel years of anger, betrayal, and resentment boiling over in that one moment. For fans who've been following the YoungBoy and Lil Durk saga, this new chapter adds gasoline to a fire that has been burning for years. Their beef traces back to personal losses, street politics, and diss tracks that cut deeper than any standard rap feud. It's a history stained with blood, betrayal, and bitterness, and now, it's entering an even darker and more unpredictable phase. YoungBoy's statement didn't sound like someone who was willing to let things slide. It sounded like a man planning his next move, a man determined to settle the score by his own code, not by involving law enforcement. What makes YoungBoy's response even more compelling is how it fits into his overall persona. Throughout his career, YoungBoy has cultivated the image of someone who lives by a strict street code, someone who values loyalty and respect above all else. To be accused of snitching is the ultimate insult in that world. It's worse than losing a battle, worse than being broke, worse than almost anything you can imagine. For someone like YoungBoy, it's a direct attack on his character, his credibility, and his very identity as a man and an artist. That's why his response was so emotional, so charged with fury and frustration. He wasn't just denying the allegations. He was fighting to defend his name, his honor, and everything he's built his life around. YoungBoy's denial also brings up bigger questions about the state of the hip-hop world today. In an era where snitching has become a weirdly normalized topic, with rappers like 6ix9ine openly admitting to cooperation and still maintaining careers, YoungBoy's fiery rejection of those allegations feels like a throwback to an older, harsher code of ethics. It's a reminder that for some, the streets aren't just a theme in their music. They're a way of life, a set of values that dictate everything they do. YoungBoy made it clear that no matter how much he despises Lil Durk, no matter how much he might want to see him fail, he would never betray the street code that he was raised under. But what happens now? That's the million-dollar question. Because while YoungBoy has cleared his name, at least in his eyes, the beef between him and Durk is far from over. In fact, it's more volatile than ever. YoungBoy ended his statement with a chilling warning, "I ain't through with you yet." Those words sent shockwaves through the hip-hop world. Everyone knows that when YoungBoy says something like that, it's not empty talk. He's not just throwing words around for clout or internet points. He means business. Speculation is already running wild about what YoungBoy's next move might be. Some insiders are whispering about a diss track so brutal it could end careers. Others think YoungBoy might take a more personal route, hitting Durk where it hurts the most, maybe by collaborating with some of Durk's enemies, or by using his newly regained freedom to make power moves in the industry that cut Durk out of opportunities. And of course, in the back of everyone's mind is a fear that this beef could spill over into something far uglier and more violent. When you're dealing with two artists who have real street ties and real losses behind their rivalry, the line between entertainment and real life can blur frighteningly fast. Another layer to the story is how it affects young